Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Kelly. This is A Life Well Spent, and on this channel I document my financial journey. So as I learn things, I share them. At least that's the plan anyway. As of right now, I'm pretty much just doing a lot of budget videos and things like that. And so typically you'll see a video before a month starts of like my spending plan for that month. You will see at the end of the month then a budget wrap up as I kind of close out my budget for the month. And you will also see kind of weekly progress videos. And I do that so I can stay on track with my spending. I used to use cash a lot, and that, sorry, that's kind of annoying me flipping in my face like that. I used to use cash a lot, but with the pandemic and things being shut down, I started using my debit cards again or buying things online and having it delivered. And it made it so much harder to keep track of how much I was spending. And I found that I was way overspending. So I have decided to kind of keep track of it weekly. That helps me stay on top of things, kind of keeps those money goals kind of fresh in my head. And I really appreciate that. And that's what this video is. I'm actually going to show you what I spent this week. So let's get into it. Okay, so this is my budget. I just do it in Google Sheets. I actually got paid this week, so I do a transaction log over here, and I actually go in and I manually enter all of my transactions. I used to do, what's it called? EveryDollar, which I really liked, and it came free with Financial Peace University. So if you've ever heard of Dave Ramsey, he does this, financial course, and I found it really useful and really helpful. It kind of clarified a lot of things for me, and kind of got me on the right track, I think. So, and I really liked the EveryDollar, especially the paid version where it's like links to your bank account and you just kind of click and drag, like, oh, that went to that category, that went to that category, and you keep track of everything. However, it's like $129 or something like that. So I want to budget the rest of my life. I absolutely do not want to pay $129 a year for the rest of my life just to budget. So, and to track my spending. So I wanted to come up with another version of something like that I can do that doesn't cost me anything. So that's where I'm at right now. And that's where I created this budget. And if you have any questions about it, like, please let me know in the comments. I will answer anything that I can answer. And if you want to see a video on how I set it up, I can do that too. That's fine. So basically, as I enter these transactions, they all feed into my budget so that if I have like 3 or 4 trips to a grocery store, it will total them for me. I don't have to sit here and kind of manually count them up, which you could do. I mean, you could filter your different categories and filter out anything that you don't want to include, but I got fancy, I guess. I don't know, maybe this isn't actually that fancy. It's fancy to me. So, I have my budget set up and I have my bills set up so that everything, usually the week 1 video of my spending is the most jam-packed, typically, because it is the time I do the most spending. All of my bills come out, all of my housing bills, everything come out within the first week. Most of them come out in the first day of the month. So there's a lot going on here. So my mortgage came out, that's $676.03. Sewer bill, $58. That's a flat fee. My water bill. So minimum usage is a flat rate fee of $18.97. So if I don't use a drop of water all month, I still have to pay $18.97. Anything beyond that is charged at a specific rate, and I went over. I don't always, but sometimes I do. And it was actually kind of a dry month, so I had to water more than I thought that I would. So I had this set to pay, and like, I want to say like March or so, when I did my budget video for June back in May, I think I actually had it set up as $25. I usually round up higher in the summertime because I know I'm going to be watering my flowers and watering my garden and stuff. And I bumped it up to 25 in the video, but I think I got the actual card, and like it comes like with a little postcard. I think I actually got it before the month started, so I just changed it to what the amount was going to be. So that may look a little different, and it was like $20.07. So, because I had already like had this rate auto pay set up, I had to go in and add an extra payment. So that's why I kept the 2 separate, so I knew I made both payments. So I then paid my electric bill, $34.15. I paid my gas bill, $46.92. That should actually go down a lot because at some point in the middle of the month, I actually shut off my furnace. So there's no gas coming in to heat my house. It's just gas on my gas stove, and it has been obnoxiously hot. It got cold today. Hallelujah. But it has been otherwise obnoxiously hot. So I haven't really even been cooking a lot. I anticipate that to drop big time. Typically in the summer months for me, it's like between $21 and $25. It's just, I don't really cook because it's too hot. And if I do, it's like I'm cooking very minimally. And I'm eating like cold things. So is what it is. I expect that to drop. Which kind of evens out because it's really high in the winter. Comcast, it's $125. That's TV and internet. I share my TV with my parents, so I don't know that I can actually change that right now. I would like a better rate, but I don't know that that's possible. Frankly, I would like to get rid of TV. And I can drop my internet speed now that I'm not, I needed a very high speed because I was doing a lot of teaching online and I needed to be able to kind of web conference. I don't have that job anymore, so I don't need to do that anymore. So I can cut that back if, I can find a plan that will work. But I think since I have TV, like, I'm not sure I think that's the lowest bundle that I've got. So, oh well. I went to the grocery store, spent $15.94, went to Walmart and spent $22.41, and I kind of don't remember what most of that was for. I got $200 from my mother. She pays my student loan, so like it comes in on the 3rd, it goes out on the 3rd. Planned Parenthood sent them $10. Life insurance, I'm on a monthly, I send them monthly $10. My life insurance policy, the payment went out $7.50. Got my first paycheck of the month. Hallelujah. Next month's a 3-pay month, so that's fun. Lowe's, I went and bought a filter for my lawnmower that ended up not being the right filter after all. So I actually returned that a couple of days ago. It is the 11th right now, so I'm 3 days past when I would normally be making this video. So that has gone out, but I have also gotten it refunded. So I will actually put that in my transaction register too, and you'll see some, miscellaneous extra income is where it will come back as. Lunch, I went out to lunch with some friends to celebrate the end of the school year. Hallelujah. It was a half day. We went to lunch. Fair Fight is an organization that fights voter suppression, so I gave them $10 a month. That went out. I spent $24.38 on Amazon. I bought like a microderm abrasion cleanser for my skin. I spent $16.58 for House and Garden at Amazon. I bought a starter fertilizer, which I have a tiny bag of, and I'm almost out of it, but I use it like every time I plant something. And that will actually probably last me an entire year at this point, maybe even longer. So I wanted to go ahead and buy it so that I could probably plant some things before I would actually need it, but I'm at the stage where I'm getting really close to needing to replace it, and I want to make sure it's not like out of stock when I need it. Went to the Hanes website and spent $89.19 buying a bunch of bras because it was time. Ladies, you know what I mean. You can only wear them for so long before they definitely need to be replaced, and I was pushing it very long. At least a year longer than I should have been. But that's that. And I think, actually, I would say probably 2 years longer. I'm gonna say that almost 2 years now, probably longer. The pandemic helped because I was home all the time and I wasn't going anywhere, and I most certainly was not wearing a bra like ever. So that kind of let me push the limit a little bit more. But it was definitely time. $43.39 is my cell phone bill. My iCloud, that's my iCloud storage, $2.99. And I spent $38.96 on gas in the first 7 days of the month. Now, another thing that happens on these days, all of my sinking fund money goes over. And I need to double check and see if I moved. So I manually put them in here because I haven't figured out a way to track them. Both like moving the money in there and moving the money out. Like I feel like it gets confused. I haven't figured out a good way to do that yet. And oh yeah, they did go over. Okay. So what I normally do is I will come in here and I will manually track. So this month I added a house sinking fund, so like house repair or anything like that that needs to be done. And I added a gift fund. So just things that I wanted to do. I don't know why that's coming up like weirdly. Okay. Nothing should have been coming out of that. So yeah, that's that. I'm gonna start that. I'm happy to do that. My expenses for the week, house and utilities were $1,003.56. My other expenses for the week, $253.73. That does exclude debt, which gives me a total of $1,257.29 spent this week. The important thing to note is that is less than one paycheck. So I still have a little bit over that. I was actually able to, I'm pretty excited. I put $50 into a brokerage account for my niece. And my mother gave me money. We're actually each going to do 50. So I'm not actually quite sure how I want to put that in my budget. It's only $50 of my money, but I think I may end up putting in, I think I might just do it as 100 because it's going to come out as 100 since it's going to be directly, well, I don't know if I can have her just directly dump it in, but she's pretty much giving it to me and I'm dumping it in. So I may end up actually having to make that change because it's going to look like $100 is coming out. So that may change there. And that may also then change how much it will change how much, how much money my mother is putting, sending me into my account. So, that may be fixed one way or the other, but the account is set up. I'm super excited about that. Yeah, and I set myself up a Roth IRA, which I'm going to I'm going to see if I can start funding. Pretty excited. It's pretty exciting time all around. But yeah, that's those are my expenses for the week. It is already, I mean, we're already 3 days into the next week. I don't know if I'm going to be spending too much more money anyway. It's summer break, so maybe a little bit more. But I'm thinking about going away. I thought about doing it this weekend, actually just kind of taking off and driving somewhere and sleeping in my car and having fun. It's a Honda Element. It's supposed to be slept in. Like that sounds way more vagabondy than than I intended, but yeah, it's designed to I actually have a tent that I can connect to it. And I thought about going and I had a reminder call that I had a doctor's appointment Friday morning. So I was like, well, so much for just taking off after the school year's over. But I am sort of itching to get out and do some hiking or some backpacking. So I don't really know. I don't really know. I really need to get some things done around the house, and I really need to get some interviewing stuff prepared. And I don't know. I feel like I'm being pulled in like 18 million different directions. But fortunately, I think I have enough money in my personal fund. I don't think I'll need to like overspend there. But yeah, I'm kind of itching to travel again. I really am. So, I'm going to have to maybe make some changes there for my July budget and my August budget. We shall see. And actually maybe moving forward, it would be nice to take just one weekend a month and just go away. Go somewhere, pick somewhere, like throw a dart at a map and a map of driving distance places. But we'll see. Is what it is. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about my budget or how I do it, or why I do it this way, truthfully, I like this. It's easier for me. I know what I've spent. I know what money has cleared my accounts. I usually do this every couple of days. At the very least, I will do it at the end of a week. But right now, like it's been 3 days since the end of the week, and I'm going to start punching these numbers in and get them cleared so I have a sense of what I've spent my money on. And I have this designed right now. All of these categories are designed, and this transaction register, is designed to sort of auto feed. It'll, total everything in there. So if I make like if I go to the grocery store like 3 times, they're auto totaled into here and I don't have to like filter them out or anything like that. And if you're interested in a video where I show you how I've done that, let me know in the comments. I would be happy to do something like that. That would be great. And otherwise, like this video if you like seeing content like this. I would love to have you subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And I will see you next time. Bye.